It is. Well, welcome back to the show, and we've actually come out to West Pest Control. How are you, Jen?
Very good, actually.
Jen, the reason I popped out is we've just heard you put on a trainee.
We have put on a trainee.
This is new.
Well, we've done it before, but it's been a little while, and because we're a smaller family-owned business, we don't typically think about how can we train somebody from nothing to perfect employee. And so I started looking at, because right now the labor market isn't all that good for trades, and if you're listening to what's going on out in there in Western Australia specifically, they're talking about how all the trades are very low on employees, and we've got people who are engineering background trying to apply for traineeships, which that's not ideal, because an engineering background person isn't necessarily going to be happy in a traineeship or in a job that starts with a traineeship. So you have to really pick and choose your trainees wisely. So I started working with a company that works through the government to determine what is the right type of person to become a trainee.
I was going to say, where did you actually start from? So you started to try and identify the right type of person.
Yes, you have to have the right person for the position, and you know the government gives you some kickback. But what that's supposed to do is then help you fund your traineeship. And being a small company, funding for traineeships means that we can help pay for any learning that the new employee then has to experience.
Because in pest control, when they come as a trainee, they've still got to go through learning, haven't they? They can't just go, oh well, I did some training with you on the job and now I'm free to go roam the streets. And
that's exactly right. So not only do they have to get their license, so they have to take a class that allows them to get a provisional license. That provisional license then allows them to have 30 days on the road training. So with a company like us, where we don't work weekends because we value our company families and we value our customers' families, and we know that we need family time. Well, family time is Saturday and Sunday. So that's just how it is. We do have some customers who opt for a Saturday or Sunday, and I give the option to my employees to work those days, but it's not required. So if they tell me, no, I've got something on, then I tell the customer, I'm sorry, I don't have a technician for that day, so you'll have to have a Monday to Friday.
And that is an interesting thing, being a family-owned business, those values that you bring forward. So when you're selecting a trainee, is that what you're looking for as well? Do they have the same values as what you have? That's
right. I'm looking for somebody who has loyalty. I'm looking for somebody who wants to learn. I'm looking for somebody who values their family time and is willing to work Monday to Friday during the hours that we have set. It won't be, so if your normal hours are 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., that means your first job starts at 7:30, your last job starts at 3:30, and then you're done. But sometimes that shifts. 6 a.m. is the earliest and 6 p.m. is the latest. We wouldn't go outside of those hours unless it was a true emergency. And hopefully in pest control you don't have a true emergency like that.
When you're looking for a trainee, are there some challenges around that? I mean, is there age restrictions around it? Because you deal with chemicals, so I'm just wondering, what are some of the challenges on selecting a correct trainee that you've come across?
Yes. So the youngest can be 18.
Right.
The oldest can be as old as they want to be. So there's no restriction on the age limit. Really, you're looking for somebody who fits exactly your type of business. So because we crawl into small spaces, roofs and subfloors, they can't be claustrophobic.
Yes.
Because we treat pests, they can't be afraid of spiders or snakes or cats.
I think I just got lost being selected.
Are you telling me you're afraid of spiders?
The snakes I'm afraid of.
Well, snakes aren't all that nice.
No.
But I'll tell you what, because the rangers typically take care of snakes, we have not had as many snake call-outs as we used to. So we used to get them daily.
But you do get unusual ones, don't you? Like beehives and things like that pop up.
Yes, we do get those, but the most unusual one we had recently was kittens in a roof.
Really?
Seriously, and it was an older gentleman, and his daughter rang us and said, my father says there are cats in his roof. Can you come retrieve them? And I said, okay, here's the options.
Yeah.
If we retrieve, this is how much it'll cost. If we have to trap them, we have to come back daily, and this is how much it'll cost. And if we can get them out, we will. And if there's nothing up there, then this is your minimum call-out fee. And they went, all right, come get it. Because he had called last year for the same thing, and I thought, I want to take care of my customer,
Yes.
but I also don't want them to feel like they're obligated for something that may or may not really exist.
So the life of a trainee who's coming into pest control, there are unusual jobs that are going to pop up all the time. And I think you said to me once before, the challenge for the trainees is every job can be different. So it's a huge learning curve.
That's right. So you cannot get a trainee fully trained in less than 2 years. You can get them book learned in less than a year. You can get them their license, their first provisional license, in 1 week, or possibly less if they do an online course. But it does take time to get them trained. So if they're not committed to the full period of training, then they shouldn't be even looking into that possibility.
Can I ask you, just before we go to a break, for a trainee coming on, I suppose one of the questions is, we hear so much, we're in West Australia in Perth with our overseas viewers, but we hear so much about people being made redundant and there's not enough work for them. How sustainable is this career in pest control? Because it is a career.
Look, it has its ups and downs because pests are seasonal.
Yeah.
But the way that we hire our employees, we manage what our current workload is. And that's everything from an inspection to a spider treatment to cockroaches to every other pest you can think of.
And you do the new build stuff as well,
and
the
we do
pre-treatments?
Yeah, pre-treatments are a bit different now because the Australian standard has changed.
Oh, right.
So I'm training the builders on how to do that now because they think you can still spray the dirt and everything's okay.
Yeah.
Whilst spraying the dirt will give you a level of protection, it's not necessarily an approved Australian standard anymore.
Let's take a quick break and we'll come back with more, because I'm sure there's people watching who are going, I need a job or I need a career, and quite a few of us are a bit tired of just in and out. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with Jen from West Pest Control.